Explained by the Billy Meier contacts. Mysteries, myths, legends, conspiracy theories, historical inaccuracies, and more. Compiled by David Chance, revised October 18, 2023.
NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization. See also American hegemony. Contact Report 840.
This murderous organization, which is called the world's protecting power, is supposed to protect its member states. In reality, however, it is an international army of murderers, made up of military officers, adventurers, and professional murderers from various countries. This NATO was founded by America in 1949, with the then U.S. President Harry S. Truman as the originator of the idea. As Svath found out at the time when he was present at the founding, without being noticed, of course, was that it was all for the purpose of gradually securing world domination for America. Truman's idea, according to Svath's statement, was, as it had also been openly revealed at the founding, but then put down in writing in a completely different and falsified form, as well as the whole thing being concealed from the public and the world, that by founding NATO with this murderous organization, in time, America was to dominate the countries of the world under the guise of creating security and war security assistance in wars. The world domination, which had been aspired to for a long time, was to be realized in the course of time, whereby it was decided that the countries of the world should gradually be secretly harassed, but also as a result of manipulation by rulers who were, and who continue to be of a mind to create enmity with neighboring countries, and between their own people, and thus to cause states of war, for which reason the murderous organization NATO could then be called in to help or simply invade the country in a warlike, security-creating manner. For this reason, it was also decided to form and fraudulently expand NATO, which is really a world-conquering organization, in such a wise that countries foreign to America were to be, and were, included and become members. So this was pushed through and happened, as a result of which 30 countries have so far joined America's now world-conquering murderous organization as NATO members, with all the various dumb, lowly, intelligent rulers of the world still not having grasped what game is actually being played with regard to NATO. NATO is, contrary to all claims to the contrary, under America's secret patronage, and is also, in truth, nothing other than truly a worldwide, legitimized, multi-genocidal organization to which 30 countries currently belong, but which Finland and Sweden also want to join.
Contact Report 852.
In fact, an army, like NATO, is in and of itself a murderer's organization, forcing to murder those human beings who by law must involuntarily join it, just as all those who voluntarily join the army or NATO, or who hire themselves out as mercenaries, are murderers.
Contact Report 860.
This is unfortunately the case, and it is usually because the leaders of many countries and their supporters from the nations, in their stupidity, do not realize that America's leaders and shadow leaders, as well as the part of the population that supports everything, are riddled with criminal machinations. However, if America is closely examined and judged in terms of its leaders and their supporters from the people, then it can be seen without a doubt that America is a state of degenerated extremes, of injustice, of hegemony, and of all crime. And this is beginning in the leadership of the state itself, as well as in that section of the people who are infested with the like of governance and shadow governance. Equally, this is true of NATO, which is truly helpless without America's leadership and is led by America's powerful.
This is not to be denied, although unrealistic pseudo-thinkers do not see this and also deny it, such as this one, namely from Japan, who exalts the murderous organization NATO to the heavens and is of the mistaken belief that it fights for the achievement of peace. In his belief in NATO, he does not see and does not recognize the truth, just as the rulers and parts of the populations of various states, such as Germany in particular, and the other European states, which unfortunately also include Switzerland.
Contact Report 861.
It is also to be said that practically all the countries of Earth have militaries ready to commit murder, armies ready to commit murder, as well as the organized murderous organization NATO, which is supported by all conscienceless men and women ready to commit murder. Very many of the majority of humanity, that is to say the huge overpopulation, do not know that this is an organized murder system, which was brought into being by the former U.S. President, Harry S. Truman, in order to be able to intervene in all countries of the earth, in order to be able to fulfill America's delusion of hegemony, that is to say, world domination, faster and more efficiently. In this respect, NATO is only a means to an end, because when it intervenes in a country, it establishes itself in the corresponding state and directs everything according to the American sense and system, dominating the state and making it America's satellite. And it must be said that the NATO army consists of human beings who are not, and never will be, able to cultivate genuine original thoughts, but can only indulge in illusory thoughts because they are religiously or worldly indoctrinated believers, as well as incapable of thinking for themselves.
Contact Report 863.
NATO is, after all, nothing other than a mercenary murderer organization. However, the effective fact is that the American minority of the righteous of the people is not the same as all the unrighteous who create evil altogether, especially false freedom fighters who also support the murderous organization NATO, which was created by Harry S. Truman only to indulge in hegemony under the guise of peacemaking and democracy building. The whole thing is a pack of lies, one of the frauds perpetrated on Earth's humanity, which neither the indoctrinated U.S. populace nor the pro-America people of the world are aware of, which is why all the lowly intelligent, the fake thinkers who cheer America and the murderous organization NATO are falling for it. This is despite the fact that America is already in control of many of the world's states which do as they are told.
Contact Report 865.
The murderous organization NATO, which actually and truly embodies America's army of murderers, with which the American desires for hegemony are satisfied,